Hey guys, I just wanted to go over some of the basic supplies to do watercoloring. So let's see here. First of all, you need watercolors. You should be able to get like a pretty cheap set, even at the grocery store. I would go to like Staples, Michael's. There's always Amazon. This was like $1.99. This one, it's fine. Usually comes with a brush. This is totally fine. If you get fancier, there's like all kinds of stuff you can buy like on Amazon. Like this one's really pretty. It's got like shine on it and shimmer. This one just has, I think, more interesting colors than just the basic ones you get from that Crayola pack or Praying, whatever it was. This one over here is one I got. I don't know. I think it's Japanese. And they just have like a bunch more colors choices. It's fine. This isn't a watercolor class. We're just kind of experimenting with it. So you really don't need much. Just the basics are fine. This is just like another set that has like a whole bunch of different colors are all stacked on each other. But at the very least, you should be able to find something like this at a local store for like $1.99. Then there's also brushes, and usually your watercolors, when you buy one, will come with a brush, which would be fine. I've had a lot of students recommend these brushes. They're kind of neat because you put water inside of them. They like unscrew, and you fill the bottom with water, and then you can kind of just like squeeze it and more water will come out. I bought these on Amazon again for like a set of 4 for less than $10. I like the water brush tips that are kind of soft at the end, not super angled, but angled ones are cool too. It's kind of nice to have different thicknesses. But again, you can get by with just the one brush that comes in the basic pack too. That's totally fine for this. Another tip is watercolor paper. All that watercolor paper is that it's thick. This particular paper here is 300. I'm trying to get it in the camera. No luck there. Yeah, it's 300 grams, 140 pounds apparently. Honestly, before, like when I would just like watercolor for fun, I would just grab computer paper from my printer. And, I know one piece of computer paper is really thin, so sometimes I would just grab like 3 pages or 5, and make my own thick paper. That's fine. I don't care. Do what you want to do. But why they sell watercolor paper in the store as opposed to regular paper is just because it's almost like cardboard or cardstock. It's just thick. So you might have thick paper laying around your house, or you can just grab a few sheets of paper too. That's fine as well. Another trick to make your watercoloring look kind of cool is when you're done, just get like a black pen. These are some different thin black ink pens. You could just use a ballpoint pen as well. And trace your lines on top of your dried watercolor. That just kind of makes it look a little bit more professional too. And you guys can watercolor whatever you want. Go to YouTube. There's so many tutorials. This is like such a mess. This is like one I found of just mixing colors, like just using the rainbow. And it was like so pretty. I just wrote Wonderlust for fun. I don't know why. This is one like my son did. We were just making monsters and just playing with color. No big deal. This one I was like trying to do a nicer job, making a hot air balloon. And then at the end, adding the black lines detailing, I think just really helped to make it pop. Again, you guys can do anything you want. You can even do something abstract where you just mix the colors, right? And it doesn't even have like a tree or anything else. Like that's totally fine as well. The point of this assignment is for you to make something that we can then pull into Photoshop and make a tile repeat out of it so you can drop it into your collection. So try to stick with colors that are in your collection. If you don't have them, that's actually okay too, because we can change them in Photoshop as well. And just be creative, play around with maybe just like icons of just like images or trying to be more abstract. I mean, do anything you want and try to have fun while you're doing it. Don't be stressed out about it. I really think even mistakes look really pretty. They might not at first because you might be frustrated and mad, but if you wait the next day, you might be like, oh, that's actually kind of pretty. And the last thing you might need is just something to put your watercolors in to mix colors. You can just use a plastic plate and then wash it later. You don't have to get something fancy like this. Not a big deal. And then my last tip for you guys before you start is, you can just start watercoloring right off the bat if you want. But if you really want your colors to mix, My tip is start with a wet piece of paper. You know, wherever you're going to start, go ahead and get it wet first. And then that way, you know, once you add your color, let me get a little bit more water. Get this kind of wet too. Then it's kind of fun, and it's just sort of like, it's more fun to just kind of mix and match. You'll also want, obviously, a cup to rinse out your brush too. And, you know, you don't want your colors to get muddy, so it is nice if you can mix colors that you know will mix well, like red and blue will make purple, so those might be two good ones to just kind of play with right next to each other and just sort of see what happens as well. I don't know. But anyways, just experiment, have fun. And then when you're done, you're going to take a photo of this and upload it into the computer. So just want to give you a quick rundown of materials since we're not in the classroom. But anyways, yeah, just make do with what you have. And I'm looking forward to seeing what you guys come up with.